Okay, hi, comadres. Welcome, welcome. Let me pin here. Okay. Welcome to Sagittarius new moon and a total solar eclipse. My name is Marlene. For those of you that um, are new to the moon report, I am your resident moon goddess, and I am so happy to share space with you as always. If you're new to the moon reports, we talk every new and full moon, and we just talk about the energy and how we can use the energy of the moon and any other planets that may be conversing or aspecting with it, and how we can use those energies for our personal life. How can we use that as a map or as a guide so that we can navigate our emotions, anything that may be getting in the way of you finding clarity, happiness, and joy. So let's get started. So there is a lot going on with the Sagittarius new moon. Um, let's first deal with the fact that everyone's confused. We're all confused. We don't know why we're acting certain ways. We don't know why certain things are happening. We don't know what we're watching on TV. We're confused as to what the information is that is coming in and out of your energetic field. And yes, there are a lot of artificial timelines that are available to us right now so that we may kind of go in this direction where it's not in the natural order or in natural alignment to who you are. So all of this confusion is kind of going on, and here comes this Sagittarius new moon with like a cluster of planets. Like I think I counted like 5 planets. I think the moon's there, the sun's there, Mercury's there. What else? I forget exactly, but I think I counted like 4 or 5 planets that are in Sagittarius right now. The South Node is there. And again, to go over the nodes, the South Node is where we came from as a collective and personally in our personal charts. And the South Node directs where we are going. So for about 6 months now, Sagittarius and Gemini, Sagittarius South Node, Gemini North Node. So this interplay, this conversation is highlighted by this moon because the sun is sitting right there. And so is the moon. And it is squaring the north, opposing the north node that is in Gemini. So this cluster has to do with the past. And it has to do with energy from the past coming around. So you may have maybe an idea from the past, a partner from the past, a maybe job maybe calling you back from the past. Something may be coming around, but primarily, I think, because this is a Sagittarius energy, we're talking about beliefs. So I think mostly what we're childhood memories. Yes, Lillian. Mm-hmm. Exactly that, like childhood memories and how that links to our conditioning, meaning our belief system. You know, which are our beliefs, which are institutionalized beliefs, which are familial beliefs that we've inherited. And there may be a lot coming up from the past when it has to do with breaking free from those kinds of belief systems, leaving dogma behind. And dogma is rigid. There's not a lot of flexibility in dogmatic beliefs. So it's about avoiding this energy, moving away from this dogmatic energy. And not only on a grand scale, on a macro scale, like, the religion you believe in or your trust in certain institutions, also and primarily your personal belief systems, the things that dictate your daily life, the things that dictate primarily your actions. Because we're talking about a solar eclipse that's happening right now. So solar has to do with more of a yang energy, more of an action oriented energy. When we're talking about a lunar eclipse, it's more of a yin energy, so more inward. So this eclipse is about action. But action to what? Because Neptune is squaring well, we'll get to that. So action to what? So what are we looking towards? Clearing, finding closure. And right now, I didn't write this down, but right now it came through forgiveness, primarily of yourself. Breaking illusions. And no matter where that comes from. Is it coming from the TV? Is it coming from your mom? Is it coming from your partner? You know? And what is that resistance against certain things? Why is something being presented to us, but we still feel the resistance? Right? So it's about breaking fear, risk taking. Sagittarius has Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest risk taker. Okay? It's about the adventure, the guru within. So watch false prophets right now. Everybody's handing out truth like this, like hotcakes. Be careful. Be careful. And usually these prophets may come along with a cluster of people that say, oh, what he's saying, she's saying is true. So there's a huge elusive energy. Like I had said, there's a cluster of planets there. So one of them is Mercury. Mercury is squaring Neptune, the planet of illusion. So yes, we're getting information. And Mercury happens to also be the ruler of Gemini, where the North Node is. So here is Mercury sitting with the South Node. Communication from the past, an old paradigm, an outdated system, through the filters of Neptune. Illusion, delusion, elusiveness, mass media, Hollywood, that energy where you think you're seeing something, but you're not seeing it. So innately, we may have certain resistance to things that we're seeing because we're seeing outdated truths. And we may not know it logically at that moment and consciously, but there's something in our inner compass, intuition, that says, I'm gonna wait on that, or I don't know about that, or I don't think I align with that belief. And Gemini is all about everybody's belief. So here we have Sagittarius, highest level of learning, optimism. It's kind of like the hero's journey. Like, I feel like Sagittarius encompasses like that, the actual journey of the hero, that the learning of the hero and the fool, right? So for Sagittarius, the most important thing is understanding life and the meaning of life and the why and the how and the what, you know, and how does that relate to the world, me and the world? And, you know, things like, you know, is there a God? And what even is a God? Like, what is God? All these questions are Sag. So it's like the quest for truth. So yeah, a lot of people might say this new moon is about truth. Well, wait a second, because then we have Neptune interplaying here, you know, and we have the eclipse asking us to move into action, but we're all confused as to what is that, right? So don't get too stuck in an old belief. If you're finding that you're stuck and you're resistant, maybe take it back. Maybe ask yourself the question, you know, is this an outdated belief? Is this even my belief? Is this a fear that's anchoring me here? Be more flexible, North Node in Gemini. Be more open. No, maybe the truth is over there, or maybe the truth is this person telling me, or maybe that's their truth, and I you know, I have my own, but it's kind of cool that they have theirs too. You know, and not really like owning anything. Like it's gonna feel lately like you want to own a truth, and we're so used to having to like, oh no, I identify with this truth or this belief, or oh, I am a, right? But be weary of the lesson, and then don't be afraid at all, because don't worry, everything will unravel itself and the truth will be seen. But it's not really about that right now. It's about your journey through it. It's about your integrity through it. It's about how you keep yourself authentic through the journey, right? So I wrote down some questions that maybe some of you may want to ask yourself in the next coming days. With Mercury in Sagittarius, with Neptune, you know, mass media is going to be pushing out so many truths. And you're going to see headlines about something that, yes, we're doing this, or this happened, or we should go in this direction. Something is going to urge you and lead you in a direction. So kind of to break ourselves from, I don't know, programming, I guess. I thought maybe we can ask ourselves, what do I need to evolve from? Do I try something new? Do I go on a new journey? This eclipse urges you to take action. But Mercury and Neptune is asking you, ask questions. Doubts come up, let's not push them to the side. Let's ask questions about doubts. I wrote something about doubts. Doubts might be answered during this eclipse, and especially coming closer to the December 21st conjunction that we'll talk about in a second on the solstice. So during this time, some of the doubts that you may have had all year may come to some clarity. Because as we move into that great conjunction, some of this elusive energy is going to start moving forward. And we're going to have Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting in Aquarius, moving out of Capricorn. So it's been in Capricorn for like 2 years, maybe a little more, a little less, I'm not sure. But this energy, this huge energy in Saturn is kind of like the dictator of our charts, because he's the father of time. So he holds us down to this dimension, right? That is ruled by time and space. So where Saturn is going in the chart, it's very important to look at. So it's been in Capricorn, which Capricorn means like institutions, governments, the energy of the CEO, authority, rules, law, order, right? And it's moving from those Capricornian tendencies that it has been there with not only Saturn, but Jupiter and Pluto, which Pluto is the destroyer. So it's kind of been dissolving things in there for a while. And now this Saturn and Jupiter energy is conjuncting in Aquarius. Very different energy from Capricorn. Now we're talking about air element, where Capricorn was an earth element. Now we're talking about social systems, social impact. How do we get things moving in a social way so that we can take a more humanitarian approach to what we're doing, and not only ourselves, primarily others, like putting it out into the world. But we're not there yet. And there's closure to be done with everything that we've been working with now. And we'll get there, but we're not going to jump there, and we're not going to skip steps there. So even though the solar energy is moving with action and wants you to move ahead, give it till about a few days after the conjunction on the 21st and the solstice. Then Mars will be pushing off a little bit off Pluto, and then there'll be more of an easier flow as to what I'm going towards. What am I evolving to? So with these questions, you're going to start your exploration. And then after the conjunction, you get an opportunity to actually move forward with Mars and grab that momentum with Mars. Mars has been aspected really difficult for about, I would say, like close to 10 months. And it's dying to push off and take some action. It's almost been held back by so many things that once it does push off, we can really use that energy to push off our desires. What is it that we have the urge to act on? And how does that align with our evolution? Is it more of the same? Are we falling back to certain patterns? Move forward with that Mars energy, leaving the past behind. This new moon is urging us to leave the past behind. But it is a little bit confusing as to where to move forward today. I promise that's going to lift. That's going to lift. And we're finally, hopefully, going to get a little bit of a window of clarity right before the new year, you know? So we can set some goals, we can set some intentions, we can come from an inspired place, you know? Lifting a little bit of the heaviness behind. But how do we do that? Opening your mind to as many opportunities and scenarios that can present themselves to you. Don't get stuck in dogmatic approaches. Don't get stuck in certain belief patterns. Wait and see who you want to align yourself with. If you're not sure, doubts will be answered. So let's not rush the energy and really use the energy so that when we gain momentum, we can just propel forward. And we don't have all this other clarity stuff to worry about. Take care of that now. Use this little bit of energy that's left to kind of dig in there, to cleanse one more time before you propel forward with your new ideas, with your new evolution. But nonetheless, prepare to move forward. Prepare to move forward. Not only is it going to have clarity, it's also going to bring some joy, some freaking joy, because we need it. And it's up to us that are a little bit more aware and a little bit more awake to anchor it when the time is available. So this is when light workers unite. How do we do that? Personally, reaching deep down inside, personally. Yes, Allison, let's get freaking excited about that. Seriously, let's celebrate. Wait, isn't that the theme of November, celebration? Let's celebrate that, you know, because we really, really need it. A lot of us have been, everybody probably on this call has been through some sort of darkness this year and something that we're evolving from. So let's evolve. Let's evolve and usher in the new earth. Usher in things like harmony, things like unity, things like alignment, things like working together. Things like, hey, voice your truth. It's okay. You know? And that's where we're moving towards. But what we really want to do is usher in as many of us as we can. And we do that through example and through personal introspection and through personal work right now. North Node in Gemini. Take care of you, take care of your environment around you, take care of your neighborhood, take care of your community. Short distance travel. Right now, the energy is not really available for jet setting all over the world. There's stuff to be taken care of here in our community, close to us, in our families, in our intimate friendships, in our intimate relationships. There's tons of work to do. tons of work to do there. And that's where our focus as a collective is now. And then that's why the North nodes change. And in a year from now, they'll shift again and we'll have a different theme. But for now, let's use this energy to really, really work on our personal belief systems and what kinds of truths we're aligning ourselves with and what kinds of profits we're aligning ourselves with. Right now, it's like you're the guru. Don't look for the guru. The guru is you. The guru's inside of you. And yeah, you can reach out for opinion, advice, connection. But you ultimately know what you resonate with and what your truth is. So careful about what we believe. Whatever information comes out right now, question it. And I'm not saying for any other reason, but astrologically. I'm looking at the astros and I'm like, right now, any information that comes to you, wait to respond. But don't worry. Okay? I know everything sounds so but like but like don't worry, because if we use discernment, like I'm always telling you, your intuition is your compass. And if you use that discernment, everything is going to unfold. Just use discernment as to how you're going to play your character in this game and how you're going to up level your character. And what things are you going to gather? What information, what data, Gemini, are you going to gather that's going to up level your character so that you can move to the next part? But right now, we're still playing the game. The revolution is not here just yet. That'll come with all that Aquarius energy. And trust me, we're going to be talking about Aquarius so much. So much. I think I was watching one of my astrologers and she like moved to like January, I think mid-January. And I think there was like 7 planets, no lie, in freaking at one point in Aquarius. Like it's coming, and when it's coming in, all that energy is going to be very different. And we're going to be discussing things that are very different. However, we're not there yet. So let's not rush our way through. Let's really take in that closure that we need, that breaking away from illusion that we need, that breaking away from fear, taking risks. How do we repeat? Where can we break away from things that we repeat that no longer serve us, right? So that's what this energy is bringing with the new moon. And then when we move into that great conjunction, then we're going to start having to address different things, having to move in with a more lighter energy, a more airy energy, right? And taking in information and data, and really this could be an enjoyable thing if we stop resisting. This could be a really beautiful time if we just listen to each other and just kind of not to hang on too tight to any kind of truth, because we really don't know. We don't know anything that's being presented to us. We don't, what you read, it's not necessarily what is true. So the only thing is that guru inside, that compass inside that keeps us going and that indicates, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to do this. This is the action I'm going to take. This is the decision that I'm going to take. So pretty much that's the energy that is available to us. And again, don't rush through it. Use this time wisely. Sagittarius is all about wisdom and higher learning, but don't get trapped in the negative parts of Sagittarius. Move through dogma, move through any kind of rigid beliefs that keep you stuck, you know, and invite Invite something new, whether it be a new journey, whether it be a new relationship, whether it be new information or a new idea. Invite something new into your life. And it's a perfect time to dream about that with the holidays and the winter season coming. And it's a magical, magical time in our year. So really, really pull from that inner magic. Okay, comadre? And have a beautiful holiday. Have an amazing new year. And thank you for showing up this year and sharing with me. I love doing these reports. They really give me life. You guys give me life. So I couldn't be happier to wrap up another year with you. So get ready for amazing things next year because we don't know what's going to happen. So why not? Right? It could be amazing. Doesn't look great right now, but it could be amazing. So thank you, comadres. We're moving to our question and answer portion of this report. If you are not in the comadres yet, that is the extra perk that you get from being in this amazing group of women. So click somewhere on here if you're on YouTube and find your way to the site. I think we have open enrollment coming up in January, right? Yes. So thank you, and God bless.